So coming back to design view, first coming to criteria. For example, if I want to set some criteria for which if it only satisfies, it will show me the data. So let's say I want to see basic pay of only those employees. I want to see all these details for who are getting a basic pay greater or equal to 45,000. For that, I can write greater or equal to 45,000. So I can just press run. As you can see, as a response, I've got only the list of all these information which satisfy the criteria and basic pay is greater than 45,000. For those who are lesser, it is not be showing me as a response to my query because I set that as a criteria. So coming back to design view, even for apart from numbers, could even set criteria for those fields with which the data type was of text also, for example, or even date and time, anything. So I could select, for example, let's say employee name. Here the employee name. I want to see the employees whose names start with the letter A. So the proper format is I can write like and in quotes A star. A quotations mark means it's some text. And A star or asterisk means something. I want any name which starts with A something. So the like is a criteria which tells MS Access I want a name or any other text which is in this column which starts with the letter A and has any number of characters after. It could only be A or it could be a lot of things after. Click elsewhere, click run. As you can see now I got a list of employee names who start with the letter A. Apart from this, if I also have an option, instead of using star, here was any number of characters. Let's say I want to know only names of employees who have maybe, let's say, three letters after some letter. Let's say after M, I want three letters. So in case, like if I had used the same option, let's say AI change to just M star and run it, I would get all names which are having any number of letters after A, M. So instead of this, if I want three letters, what I could do here, I can erase it and just write along with M three question marks. So three question marks. Now I'm telling Access that I want any kind of text which is starting with the letter M and followed by three characters. Anything it could be. Press run and as you can see I got a response. So if I want to specify the number of characters then I can write question marks. Otherwise star. And one more thing which you would notice is I do not need to sometimes write the like option. It assumes it usually by itself, not always, but usually. For example, if I just wrote A star just directly, immediately you'll see it automatically. If you click anywhere else, it adds like in quotes A star, which we originally wrote. Same way, if I write M with three question marks, click anywhere else, it adds it. But it may not always work. Let's say I want to know any name of any employee which has, let's say, four letters. So there are many employees whose names have four letters. I just want their names. It could start with any other word, not A or M, anything I wanted to start. So here if I try to write just four question marks, you'll see it will give an error. So then I should write this proper expression which is like in quotes four question marks. Close it. Means any name which has four letters. Press run. As you can see, now I'm getting to see the names which are starting with four letters. This is another possibility. Apart from this criteria option, I can even add more than one criteria. You can see the or button. So let's say I want to add two criteria. That let's say the name starts with like as we just discussed four letters or press run. As you can see now I have names larger than four characters because it starts with M. So I'm telling MS Access by or it should satisfy this criteria or this. In case it could be in some case I want and. I can also manually type and or here for similar purpose. If I write and, it has to satisfy both the criteria, which I write first and second. Or is
M
one of the
star.
criteria it should satisfy. So that's another possibility. For a query, I can also select a criteria for values that I do not want to see. For example, in this, what if I do not want to see the names of employees starting with A for this query? So in that case, if I go to query design, with all details. I can select an employee name. Criteria not A star means not starting with A. Click here, it will go not like A star. Click run. As you can see, this is a list of employees which is not starting with the letter A. I can similarly do other things, like if I do not want any names having six letters. So not like in quotes six question marks. One, two, three, four, five, six. This is now press run. As you can see here, employee details. So employees which have a name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This employee 116, their name is not here because I have asked a query criteria that I do not want to see names which are starting with six letters. So this is even how the not could be used in different situations. Apart from this, there's also a show option. So like as we just discussed, maybe I wanted to see the names of employees whose salary is above greater than 45,000. When I press run, I get these details, but maybe I don't want to see these details here. I just want to know names. I don't need to see the basic pay. So if it will use this criteria but not show us if I uncheck the show option. Now it will apply the same criteria that I've set. It will not show me this column of field of basic pay here. It applies the same. These are names of employees whose salary and other details too along with names whose salary is basic pay that is greater than 45,000. So this is another option we can use of criteria or show.